Hey gents, today we're diving in deep to Chelsea boots, and don't even want to delay. If you want to support more videos like this, please subscribe, share, and give a thumbs up for Chelsea boots. Until 1 month ago, I had no Chelsea boots. I had Red Wing boots, I had some Chukkas, I had some other boots, but the Chelsea boot was one that I always wanted, but never really went for because the silhouette is new to me and I never really knew how to style it. And then I picked up these Thursday boots because I hear good things from Brock and I get a lot of questions about them. I think it's another one that, you know, you see them on the Influential Network and you want to know if they're legit, and I can say for sure, Thursday boots, legit. Let's go through all of the boots that I have right now, talk about the pros and cons of each of them, the prices, and the quality. Chelsea boots are an interesting middle ground between like a formal and a casual shoe. In a business environment, business casual, you can absolutely dress them up, especially in leather. I'll talk about mostly suede today, and I do like that they don't have laces. It gives you a nice clean silhouette, and it's also easy to slip on and off. They have this stretchy area that you just slide your foot in and you're able to wear it. So you can dress these up with a more formal slack, but then you can also dress them down with jeans. You'll see I'm wearing all selvage in my try-on videos today, and it just gives you a really nice look, and it also gives a boot type look. It's not, you know, it almost, sometimes I feel like I'm wearing a cowboy boot because of the way that it looks coming out of my jean. It's just a really cool shoe. Do you go with the Steve Madden boot that's at $84.99, or do you go with this beautiful handmade in Texas Lucchese boot at $6.95? Well, the answer is whatever you can afford, and somewhere right in the middle. As with all consumer purchases, buy the best that you can afford. So if all you can afford is an $84 boot, buy the $84 boot. If you can afford the $695 boot and you value the quality and the craftsmanship that's associated with that, buy the $649 boot. What I find in this category though, especially in footwear overall, the sweet spot is $170 to $225. That's a really nice sweet spot for where you can get high quality stuff, but you're not paying more than you should necessarily for the product, and you can get really nice leather, you can get really nice construction in that price point, and so that's what we're going to talk about today. So we'll start out with these three boots, which step up in price. We have Steve Madden over here, we have Johnston Murphy, and we have Aldo. Now, each of these are mainstream brands. They are mass manufactured in China, and they are made to hit a certain price point. The Steve Madden boot, you can feel the quality right out of the box. It's a cemented rubber sole. The suede feels okay, and then the interior is this weird like chambray cotton, and the footbed is not very comfortable. And so it's an $84 shoe. You're gonna get what you pay for. You'll get a few seasons out of it, but if you can step up in quality, go with something better. And I'll put links to everything below. A lot of this stuff's on Zappos. And so this is Aldo Vianello. This is a $155 boot. This steps it up a little bit. It's still a rubber sole, cemented construction. The suede on this is not very good. You can see it's like fraying already. There's already this wear to the boot. It was pretty comfortable. I do like the footbed, but this is another one that the interior is this just synthetic lined shoe, and this is the type of shoe that you get stinky feet with. Shoes that are lined with calf leather on the inside or some kind of high quality leather, they have antimicrobial and naturally odor resistant interiors, but if you get a shoe like this, you'll get your wear out of it. It'll probably collect some stink if you have stinky feet. I didn't find it super comfortable. It's a little bit boxy on the shoe here, but it's a $155 shoe. Johnston Murphy was interesting to me. This is closer to the Thursday boot in price. This is $174. This is the Garner Chelsea boot, and you can see as we've stepped up in the prices, you step up in what you're paying for. So in here there is a leather lined interior. The shoe has a little bit better construction on the sole, and I can't find if it's Blake, Goodyear. To me, if they don't mention something on the website as being a feature, then it's not. So if they don't mention that it's Blake Stitch, it's probably not Blake Stitch. If they don't mention it's Goodyear, it's not Goodyear, because that just drives up the price. And I think people outside of the YouTube realm don't really know Goodyear versus Blake Stitch. It does have the rubber accents to the heel, but the interior is not very comfortable. It's tough to capture, but there's this like weird foot bedding in here it's got geometric shapes, and it's just not very comfortable when you put it on, and the stretch material here feels like it will wear out a little bit quicker than some of the other boots. So at $174, this shoe is okay. In between the $84 shoe from Steve Madden and the $700 shoe from Lucchese, these really have led me to enjoy and really like the Thursday boot. So this is my first pair of Thursday boots. I have been wanting to get a pair from them, and I can say without a doubt, this is the second most comfortable pair of shoes that I have put on my foot, especially out of the box. Number one slot, does go to my Wolf and Shepherd shoes. They just came back from the resole process, so that video will be coming out. As soon as I put this shoe on, it was extremely comfortable. The reason for that is likely because this is a Goodyear welted shoe, and it has a cork midsole. So the shoe is supposed to form and develop around your foot as you wear it. I have been wearing these shoes for a few weeks, and I can say that they've become more comfortable over time. They have an incredible leather lining on the inside, and the footbed as well is a leather, so you're going to get the odor fighting. You're going to get this, it's a high quality boot, and you can feel that in the heel. When I compare the feel to the Johnston & Murphy boot, it is a little bit heavier, but you can feel it just how thick and how high quality the bottom is. I did just see Antonio mentioned that he's been wearing his Thursday boots for a while, and the back heel has not worn out like it has on other shoes, and you can just tell from the way that the footbed feels how it's not that it's inflexible, but it has this certain rigidness to it. It's just, I can't say enough about how comfortable these shoes were. I was really surprised. These shoes come in at $199, which is $25 more than the Johnston & Murphy boot, but it feels like you're getting $50 to $100 more in value. And this is a company where they talk about they are shipping higher quality shoes that you would see from Allen Edmonds, but they're shipping it lower because they're cutting out the middleman and everything. And so that is where the value comes from. This is a technical suede, and I can say so far I've gotten rain and water on it, and it's held up very well. And the suede on this does feel much better than all the other shoes at this price point. It doesn't feel quite as good as the Lucchese suede, but that's what you'd expect from a shoe that's a third of the cost. And it's just been a pleasure to wear these and add them to my collection. You can see on the material here, it's not super stretchy, and I think I might go a half size down. I did go with a 12 in these. For the most part, when I wear a dress shoe, I wear a 12, and so I know that these do run a little bit large, and so I think the Thursday boots, hell of a pickup. Now the Lucchese boots, if I didn't have any better senses, I would love to keep these. I grabbed them mostly for the review, but they have this gorgeous leather sole on here. The construction is amazing. It actually isn't as comfortable as the Thursday boot out of the box, the way that the footbed is. It has this leather and cork in here, but just overall it's not as comfortable. But this is one of those like lifer shoes. If you can afford a $700 shoe, you're going to wear this for a very long time. Lucchese is extremely well known, super high quality boots, and made in Texas, so you are paying not just for quality, but you're also paying for having this gorgeous shoe to be made in the USA by, I think they're a 120-year-old boot maker. The suede feels incredible. You can feel the quality of the elastic material here. It just feels much more smooth, and man, I wish I had more adjectives to describe things. The loop on the back here, you can see the hand stitching done. It's just, man, hell of a boot at $695. So if you can't go up to $695, I think your best shot is to land at the $199 price point of the Thursday boot. So there you have it, gents. A ringing endorsement for the Thursday boot. It just goes to show that there is incredible quality stuff being delivered to us at great price points, especially when you're comparing to the typical Johnston & Murphy stuff. And even though some of us would love to go to the Lucchese boot, I think $199, super sweet spot for the Thursday boot here. And if their other boots are as comfortable as the Chelsea right here, and I suspect so. I'm sure they all share the same footbed. It's just the upper that changes. Please sound out in the comments below if you have Thursday boots. I want to hear about your guys' experience, and maybe I'll be picking up another leather pair soon because I'm really impressed with these. And my other favorite boot, of course, I've got the Red Wing Mock. These are another life shoe. You can get these repaired, resoled, and get the leather worked on. Made in the USA. I actually have a store not far from me where I can get that done, and so I'd love to flesh out my boot collection, because right now I've only got half a dozen pairs. I'd like to have 20 or so pairs. I'm just kidding. So there you go, gents. Dive into the Chelsea world if you haven't gotten one. I think it is one of those staple. Once you have your basics, once you have your Oxfords, and once you have some of your basic shoes, I think the Chelsea can be part of those basics, but it's that first one you want to add to your collection as you start to flesh out your shoe world. And I'd like to do a capsule. I'd like to do like a shoe explainer, but I think they're already done. That's why I don't do some of those videos. Anyway, let me know in the comments below your experience with Thursday boots or some of the other companies. If you have Aldo shoes and you like the Aldo shoes, cool. Want to hear from everybody down there in the comments. Or you can also reach out at @_Kavalier on Twitter and Instagram. If you have shoe companies that you want me to look at, make sure it's in the brand tracker. There's a link below to a Google Doc where I'm keeping track of things. I know Taft has been recommended. I have Meerman shoes. And then the people are mentioning that there are bespoke or custom shoes companies out there. I found a couple of them, but make sure they're in that tracker so that I can order from them and try and get some cool stuff in the future. Until next time, gents, this is the Kavalier.